Following allegations of hazing, the steps being taken by the sorority and the school for the future.
And Kent State's homecoming queen not only cheers on the football team, but middle schoolers as well. See how the cheerleader is serving her community.
Thousands of Americans stranded at airports across the country. Why Southwest is canceling a record number of flights coming up.
And today is National Coming Out Day. Stay tuned to hear how this holiday came to be. All that and more as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County. Welcome to this Monday edition of TV2 News at 6. I'm Maddy Haberberger.
And I'm Abreu. Kent State's Gamma Kappa chapter of Delta Zeta sorority has been issued a cease and desist notice following what it says was a violation of the university's code of conduct.
Yes, our Marz Anderson joins us now with more on this developing story. Hi, Marz.
That's right. The cease and desist issued by the university was in mid-September, which meant that the chapter can no longer participate in group activities or recruit new members for the rest of the semester. TV2 reached out to Delta Zeta National Headquarters for a comment. In an email, the organization said Delta Zeta was notified on September 16, 2021 by Kent State University that our Gamma Kappa chapter was placed on a cease and desist, pending allegations of a potential hazing incident. The Delta Zeta National Council also suspended the chapter's operations while the investigation takes place, but Kent State has not yet suspended the chapter. Eric Mansfield, Assistant VP of University Communications and Marketing, says the review is expected to be completed soon. TV2 will continue to report on this developing story, so be sure to visit Kent Wired on Twitter and online at kentwired.com. In the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Marz Anderson.
Thank you for that report, Marz. Now, Kent State's homecoming winner is making history while teaching middle school cheerleading at her alma mater. TV2's Krabill has the story.
And let's give one last round of applause to our 2021 Kent State homecoming court.
There were so many amazing people on court, so I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited. I was just excited to be on the court, so winning is it's awesome.
Kent State's homecoming weekend marched on with the parade, the game, and the court. Jatia Caples said that this is not the first time in her family that someone has been crowned at Kent State.
My aunt was actually on homecoming court and she won in 1993. So I had always joked with her like, oh, I want to be just like you when I grow up.
About 35 students apply for homecoming court each year and 12 are selected. Those students are usually part of campus groups and service projects.
It's just one of those kind of crowning achievements of being involved for 4 or 5 years and then getting to, be recognized throughout the homecoming week and show all their campus pride.
Caples joined the Education Association, National Association of Colored Women, and has found refuge at the Women's Center. She was sponsored by the Women's Center because she said it feels like home for her here. She interned during the spring semester and she helped build its online presence.
I worked on the social media team as well as the leadership team.
She also coaches 7th and 8th grade cheerleading.
Sets an excellent example for them. She's all about their grades, doing what they need to do.
I cheered at Ravenna when I was there for 13 years, so it was only right for me to give back to my community.
She's currently student teaching 11th and 12th grade as part of her practicum for integrated social studies, and she plans on teaching American history after she graduates next spring. Reporting in Portage County, I'm Krabill for TV2 News.
Hello Portage County, I'm weather anchor Alexa Blakely with TV2, here to bring you today's weather forecast. Let's get started. So starting with our forecast for today, it's a little bit warm out today at 79 degrees, however it feels like 81. We have a dew point of 61 today, winds going southeast at 4 miles per hour, a little humid at 54%, and we have a high visibility today at 10 miles. I'm looking at the hourly forecast for tonight. Pretty soon at 8 o'clock, it's going to get a little bit chillier at 71 degrees, and it's going to go a little down a little bit tonight. It will be cloudy, but we have a really low chance of rain. Looking at temperatures all across Ohio, we're actually seeing low 80s all over the state today. with the exception of Steubenville, which has the lowest temperature of the day at 79 degrees. Now, zooming in Northeast Ohio, we're seeing similar temperatures. Worcester, Kent, and Youngstown over here have the lowest at 79 degrees, and our highest today is Sandusky at 83 degrees. That's all I have for you right now, but don't go anywhere because I'll be back later to show you the statewide radar and this week's 7-day forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alexa. Now, a new brewery in Kent is expected to open by the end of the month. Bell Tower Brewing Company had its first of several soft opening events over the weekend. The Kent City Council approved an expansion of the designated outdoor refreshment area, or DORA, to include Bell Tower and several other breweries near the downtown area. For more information on the brewery and its opening plans, visit belltowerbrewing.com. And the Portage County Sheriff's Office is looking for volunteers for their annual Trunk or Treat event. They're asking businesses, schools, and community organizations to help provide both the trunks and the treats. Events will take place in Crestwood, Palmyra, and Rootstown, and there is no cost for the public to attend thanks to volunteers. If you're interested in helping out, message the Sheriff's Office through their Facebook page.
And the Kent Civil War Society will feature a program highlighting Portage County's role in the Civil War. The talk will take place tomorrow at 7:30 at the Roy Smith Shelter House in Fred Fuller Park. Speakers will discuss how the citizens of Portage County supported anti-slavery societies, helped work on the Underground Railroad, and sent nearly 2,000 soldiers to serve in the Union Army. For more information about the event, visit kentcivilwar.org. And cadaver donations at Neomed are at an all-time low because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Neomed says that body donations help medical students gain an essential hands-on understanding of human anatomy, practice surgical techniques, and test procedures. They cannot accept donations of bodies who have been exposed to infectious diseases, but the donation program is still open.
A paraplegic man dragged from his vehicle by police. The complaints he's filing with the NAACP.
And tens of thousands of passengers left stranded as Southwest cancels flights across the country. We'll have more on the airline's reasoning.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
You.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero. Good job, Kitty Cat. When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan.
Thanks for sticking with us. Businesses in Northeast Ohio are struggling to find workers amid a nationwide labor shortage. The Department of Labor reported that the unemployment rate dropped from 5.2% to 4.8% this month, and nearly 200,000 new jobs were posted in the month of September. Experts attribute the deficit to fears over health and safety with the new Delta variant. More than 3,000 restaurants in Ohio have closed their doors during the pandemic.
I can't step out the car, sir. But you got to leave. I got help. I'll help you getting out. I'm going to help you getting out.
From an officer in Dayton who was being accused of dragging a paraplegic black man from his vehicle. 39-year-old Clifford Owensby filed a report with the NAACP accusing police of profiling and unlawful arrest after he was pulled over on September 30th. He was stopped by police after leaving a suspected drug house, and officers requested that he leave the car after discovering Owensby had past felony drug and weapons convictions. Owensby was pulled from the car and subdued on the pavement. Dayton police say the incident is currently being looked into. And the city of Akron held a dedication for a statue honoring rubber workers this weekend. The statue was first unveiled in May, but pandemic restrictions delayed the large unveiling event. More than 200 people came to see the rubber worker statue, which is dedicated to workers in Firestone, Goodrich, and Goodyear.
Welcome back, everyone. I know you've been waiting for the rest of today's forecast, so let's get into it. Starting with the forecast for tonight and a sneak peek of tomorrow morning, it's going to be 65 degrees tonight. We're going to have winds going southeast at 8 miles per hour, and sunset's coming up pretty soon at 6:50. You can expect a low chance of rain overnight, a beautiful clear night sky, so a perfect time for stargazing. And that's going to transfer into a really beautiful sunny morning tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow morning, it's going to be a little bit chillier tomorrow. Sunny tomorrow morning, 63 degrees, with a low chance of rain. It's going to stay about that temperature throughout the day, but it is going to get a little bit cloudier as the morning goes on. Next, looking at our radar today, fortunately we don't have any storms on the radar today, so I thought I'd show you our cloud patterns. As you can see, there's clouds all over the state today, and they will be moving this way right over our heads as the evening continues. And finally, our 7-day forecast for the week. We're going to be seeing mid-70s to low 80s the next couple days, thunderstorms on Thursday, rain on Friday and Saturday, a little bit of a chilly weekend, but Monday is going to be beautiful and sunny. That's it for today. Be sure to tune in again next Monday for next week's forecast. I'm Alexa Blakely with TV2. Back to the desk.
Thanks so much, Alexa. The national average price for gasoline hit a 7-year high today. Prices across the country have nearly doubled in the last 17 months, and AAA reports that the average price for unleaded gas is $3.27 a gallon, up 7 cents in the past week alone. Natural gas prices are also up. Today marks the first day since 2014 that barrels are priced above $80 a gallon. The average price for a gallon of gas here in Ohio is $3.09.
And Southwest Airlines is canceling flights again today. And there were mass cancellations this weekend, too, leaving people all over the country stranded. So what's the issue? As CNN's Britt Conway reports, the answer depends on who you ask.
Couldn't even sleep last night, really, just because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Levi Stinson's story is one of thousands right now. Southwest Airlines passengers stranded because their flights were canceled or delayed. Now they wait in lines at airports and on the line with Southwest.
I have been on the phone since 4:30 this morning on hold.
On Saturday, more than 800 flights were canceled. Sunday, it was over 1,000, along with more than 1,000 delays each day. Southwest blamed air traffic control problems and disruptive weather along with staffing issues in Florida. But some customers aren't buying it.
There's no explanation for this problem. So I suspect that Southwest isn't being totally honest with us.
Fort Lauderdale International said the delays were due to poor weather up north. The FAA says issues related to traffic control or staffing only happened for a few hours Friday night, and continued scheduling challenges for some airlines were because of aircraft and crews being out of place. There's been speculation about a pilot walkout after Southwest issued a vaccine mandate for employees last week. But the Southwest Airlines Pilots Association says that's not the case. Quote, "We can say with confidence that our pilots are not participating in any official or unofficial job actions. But these passengers are officially frustrated."
There were no other flights available.
I started looking through and there's just nothing.
When I'll get there, I don't know.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Pharmaceutical giant Merck is seeking emergency FDA approval to authorize its COVID-19 antiviral treatment. The oral medication is called molnupiravir, and Merck says the treatment can reduce the risk of hospitalization or death from COVID by 50%. Pending approval, Merck has plans to distribute the treatment to countries across the globe. Companies have already begun producing the pill, and the experimental drug could be available to Americans by the end of the year.
And less companies are requiring employees and applications to have college degrees. Over the past few years, more companies have put emphasis on skills over degrees, and the majority of working adults in the U.S. don't have a four-year degree. Companies are offering more white-collar apprenticeship programs, including IBM, Bank of America, and Accenture. Companies say that not requiring a degree could help solve labor shortage issues and address bias in hiring practices.
Ever dreamed of going to space? Well, your opportunity to do so is up in the air. How much you can pay to fly to new heights.
More on Ken football.
You're expecting a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Can we get strawberries?
Okay.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good afternoon, Portage County, and welcome to your TV2 Sports Report. I'm Matthew Mergen, and what a great weekend it was in sports, so let's get right into it. Kent State had a great matchup against Buffalo this weekend as they look to improve to a .500 record on the season. The Dustin Crum to Dante Cephas connection was on point for the Flashes. Dustin Crum threw for 4 touchdowns, and Cephas was able to come down with 3 of them. The Crum to Cephas connection totaled for 13 of Crum's 22 completions. Cephas had a total of 186 total yards on the game. Kent State played tough against Buffalo the whole game and was able to pull off the victory with a final score of 48-38. If you like offense, then you must have loved this Browns game this past weekend. What a shootout this was between two great offenses. Let's take a look. Baker Mayfield and the Browns down here early. Baker's going to roll right here, and he gets an easy touchdown to Rashard Higgins for the score. Browns take a 10-7 lead over the Chargers, but you can't count Justin Herbert out. Justin Herbert takes the top off the Browns defense and finds a wide open Mike Williams. He converts a 72-yard touchdown, and he is gone. And then here comes that rushing attack for Cleveland. Kareem Hunt is just a monster. He pushes his way over the goal line, and then Nick Chubb says, let me get some action too. Puts on the moves, stiff arm, and he is going down the sideline. Browns take a 2-touchdown lead here early in the third quarter. Herbert again, play action, winds up and finds a completely wide open Mike Williams again. Chargers now take a 1-point lead early in the fourth, and then Baker Mayfield leading his team finds the big tight end Njoku, who breaks the tackle. And look at Njoku showing off the wheels. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown Browns here. The Browns take the lead 35-28. Then Kareem Hunt again. He's so good at getting to the outside. Sneaks his way over the goal line, and the Browns take a late lead here in the fourth quarter. Chargers with some tricks of their own. Herbert dumps it off to Eckler here, and the Chargers O-line makes this play happen. Great blocking for Eckler to get the touchdown, but the Chargers would miss the extra point, a major turning point in the game, and the Chargers would get the ball back, and Herbert leads his 6th game-winning drive of his career. Herbert gets his touchdown. The Chargers will take this one. Chargers get the comeback win with a final score of 47-42 over Cleveland. That's all I have for sports today. Make sure to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. for Sports Corner.
A holiday honoring LGBTQ+ folk who have opened up about their identities. Learn what National Coming Out Day is all about.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Even though there is so much against us, you will see me wearing a face covering.
And even with my face covered,
You will see me.
as a son,
as a friend to everyone I meet,
As a fighter for change.
As a woman who stands up for what I believe in.
so join me in wearing a face covering.
To help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
because this is one small act of kindness that has the power to bring us all together.
Today is National Coming Out Day. It celebrates those in the LGBTQ community who have opened up about their gender identities and sexual orientation. It started on October 11th, 1987, with the March on Washington for Lesbian and Gay Rights. President Joe Biden marked the day, saying in a statement he wants every member of the LGBTQ community to know they are loved and accepted just the way they are, regardless of whether they have come out or not.
And going to space seems to be a trend that is really taking off. Get it? And one stratospheric ballooning company is giving you a chance to get in on the fun. Worldview has opened up reservations for its 5-day adventures. 8 passengers and 2 crew members will soar 100,000 feet for 6 to 12 hours at a time. But it does come at a cost, $50,000 per seat. The first commercial flights will fly above the Grand Canyon, and they're scheduled to begin in early 2024. Chris, you got $50,000 to spare?
Definitely not, and I'm not so sure if I'd want to go to space. I'd be kind of scared.
I love space, but I think I like space-related media more than I would like actually going to space. Like, I love movies about space.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this last week, Gabby and I too, but one of my favorite space movies, Interstellar. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen Interstellar, but to be honest, I had to watch it like 3 times to completely understand.
I like movies like that. Those are my favorite kind of movies that mess with your head. And space, the concept of space and time, the space-time continuum, non-linear time, so fascinating.
It's very interesting.
We're nerds. Well, that's all we have for you today on this Monday edition of TV2 News. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
For updates on these stories and more, make sure to follow us on social media at KentWired and visit our website, kentwired.com. There you can sign up for the bi-weekly newsletter to have this week's top stories sent straight to your inbox.
And be sure to tune in back here at 8 o'clock for Sports Corner. I'm Maddy Haberberger.
And I'm Chris Abreu. Have a great night, Portage County.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I know, I
was.
heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.